At this point, I can confirm that all students and staff were safe. Earlier today, all students had to be evacuated to St. Stephen's High School, but the threat initiated from Arndt Middle School. It was here near the intersection of Millersville Road and County Home Road in Alexander County where human remains were discovered. Now, nearly 5 months later, the North Carolina Crime Lab in Raleigh has confirmed the remains to be 39-year-old Jason Riddle, who was reported missing just 5 weeks before the accident happened that led to the discovery. The fire happened just after 7 o'clock last night, and Hickory firefighters were called to the scene. This is off of Startown Road. I'm standing outside of the area of 1669 Mac Court. As you can see, this is what's left of the home. You can see a massive hole in the front of the roof area. Over the last 3 years, the Hickory Police Department has focused on trying to stop distracted driving, falling too closely, and speeding. As of this report, we can confirm that one man was taken into custody just after midnight today after a standoff that lasted over 13 hours here in Lincoln County. Pretty soon, people across the country will have access to these COVID-19 home tests, rapid testing done in the comforts of their home for free under their insurance, or they'll have the opportunity to get reimbursed for those COVID-19 tests. Yeah, I'm pretty much standing on a sheet of ice, and this is in a residential area. I just told you, most of the main roads, they are clearing off, but if you're in the residential areas, then you know if you try to head out your driveway, you may get stuck or you may slip and slide on the roads because they are slick. Today marks 2 years since the death of Xavion Watts and Demarion Sharp. They were cousins. They were sitting here at the Save More convenience store in Longview on May 10th, 2020 when they were gunned down. And to this day, their killers have still not come forward and the investigation continues. Investigators say the double shooting happened just before 11 p.m. on May 10, 2020. 16-year-old Demarion and his older cousin, 20-year-old Xavion, were sitting in the backseat of a silver 2008 Malibu when another man walked up and fired several shots into the car. Demarion died at the scene, and Xavion passed away shortly after at the hospital. Authorities said the shooter was a black man wearing a gray hooded jacket and black pants. But to this day, no suspect has been named. But the family feels that this definitely wasn't a random act and knows that someone out there has the answers.
For sure in my heart that we know the individuals that are involved, that justice will be prevailed. And it is my prayer that through prayer and the conviction that they will have to come forth and confess, each and every one of them that are involved. It has been 2 years too long.
The Alexander County Sheriff's Office is tirelessly working to clear their community of drugs with their most recent operation, which led to the arrest of 8 people. And even more recent than that, at the end of April, an operation led to the seizure of nearly 4 pounds of methamphetamine with a street value of $50,000. Their most recent search warrant was the conclusion of a 14-month-long investigation involving a methamphetamine trafficking ring that extended from South Carolina to Alexander County.
Just a week or so ago, with the close to 4 pounds of meth, it come out of Mexico to Atlanta, from Atlanta, South Carolina here to Alexander County.
A vigil is planned tonight for a Conover woman who was found dead by her mom last Thursday. The search continues for her killer, who police believe is her husband, Donald Hodges.
I want him to come forward because I want to look at him and ask him, why did he kill my daughter while she was laying there asleep? That's what I want to ask him. Why did he kill my daughter?
Tanika Hodges' mother said she found her daughter lying in bed with a gunshot wound in her jaw. Her family, understandably devastated and frustrated that the person believed to be responsible for her murder has still not been called yet. Authorities are looking for Donald Hodges. Relatives say he took the victim's car and her cell phone. Authorities have issued a warrant for his arrest for the murder charge, but have not located him yet. That vigil is planned at Majestic Park this evening at 8 o'clock p.m. and the funeral arrangements have also been made. The funeral will take place this Saturday. Railroads in the Hickory Metro will be receiving funding for improvements. According to the NCDOT, the North Carolina Ports Authority has received a $10.9 million grant. The money is being awarded as part of the NCDOT's Freight Rail and Rail Crossing Safety Improvement Program. More sad news as we have learned more about the tragic quadruple fatality out of Lenoir, where 4 people died as a result of gunshot wounds, all related. On Wednesday, June 30th, the Lenoir Police Department received several 911 calls advising there were shots fired, a fire, and even a possible explosion